Oh, my Wi-Fi good.
Tune in and turn up your radio. It's going down. Turn up your speakers and let them bomb. We on right now. You already heard about it. Fred Jellison and y'all so the next discussing topics. Pick up your phone and call. So real, talking about facts and the metaphysical. So deep, you gon' need a rap to make sure you stay afloat. So baby, don't you change that station. Be a part of this history that's in the making. It don't matter what you're doing, just save it. And you can get back to it later. Later, later, later. And you can catch some of this flavor. Flavor, flavor, flavor. Cause real recognize real. Listen, real recognize real. Real recognize real. Listen, real.
Yes, real recognize real. Gotta cut it short because we got a fabulous guest in the green room. So gotta cut it
Yes,
welcome,
yes.
welcome, welcome, welcome to the Real Recognize Real Talk Radio Show. I am your host, Franchella.
And I'm one of the co-hosts, Lynette.
And I'm the guest co-host, Birdman.
Yay! Yes, yes, yes. I'm looking forward to a fabulous show as always. Our topics, our guests, it's just like amazing, and I just can't wait to get started. So, without further ado, let's bring up this legend here.
Surprise, everybody.
Hey, hey, hey,
That is
hey.
the talented Mr. Glenn Jones.
Give it up, give it up.
Yeah,
Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank
thank
you
you.
for joining us on the Real Recognize Real Talk radio show.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I'm a huge fan.
Mhm.
I'm a huge fan. You know, I came to see you at City Winery when you were here in Philadelphia the first time when you were here at
Right.
City Winery. Amazing vocals. You
Yes.
still sound amazing. You still had the crowd going. You still got it.
That's
You know,
right.
Thank you.
I mean,
and,
we all come from good cloth, like back, like
absolutely,
listen, you know.
Yeah,
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, you came back a second time, right?
Yeah, I did. I think I might have played there at least 3 times.
Wow. Yeah, I
You know?
know about the
Yeah,
first two. Yep.
Right.
yeah, yeah. I'm in St. Louis right now. I'm in my hotel room, as you probably can tell.
Yeah.
I'm playing the City Winery here in St. Louis tomorrow, and
Wonderful.
Sunday I was in Chicago playing the City Winery there in Chicago, and I leave here on Thursday to play the City Winery in Nashville.
Wow.
Thursday night. So yeah, I've been out, grinding for a
You
few
doing
days.
the City
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Winery tour.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Well, it's a great venue, up close and personal, you know,
Absolutely.
and they play some great artists. I mean, such a wide variety of artists, and I feel fortunate to be, making the rounds.
Yes, yes. So you started out in gospel. Your background is in gospel?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I started out in
Yes.
gospel. Matter of fact, I used to come to Philly all the time because that was when they had a venue in the city. I think it was on Broad and Popular Street called the Met,
You're
where
still
they used to
there?
do.
It's still
Yeah,
there.
they used to do all of the gospel shows. So I started doing that when I was a youngster. Matter of fact, I think first time I played there, I was like, 10, 11 years old or something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Hmm.
So you started out singing or as a musician?
Singing, always singing, and I
Always.
became a musician. Later.
And you were in a group called
The
The
modulations.
Modulations. Yep. See, I
Yeah.
told you I was a fan.
That's right. That's right.
Yep. So the very first time that my family knew I sang a little bit was to one of
Mhm.
your songs, and it
Okay.
was "We've Only Just Begun." The romance
Oh,
is
Okay.
not over. We
All
got
right.
lot of love to give. So
I-
Did,
that
did you
yeah.
hit
that's
that
it.
high note? Did you hit that high note?
I didn't. I started with my favorite part when you say, if you know like I know, you better take
Okay.
care of business because you might
Okay.
not ever find another who will treat you the way that she did.
I've been searching. I've been searching.
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah. 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 Hmm.
Yes. So, like I said, I'm geek right now because I am a fan. I am a fan.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank
Me
you for
Yeah.
too.
all your music, your
Music.
contributions to music. Thank you for
Mhm.
Hmm.
walking in your purpose on purpose.
That's right.
Yes.
And
That's
Because
right.
please.
music is so healing. It just helps with different moods that you're in. When you're ready to
Yeah.
go out and party, you're ready for lovemaking, you're ready for if you have pain and you're hurting. Just the music soothes you. And it's
It
just
does.
we
Yeah.
need something that will never go away.
Yeah,
So
well, music can change things. It can change
yes,
minds. It can change hearts. So I'm just I'm just so grateful to have to have the opportunity. I've been in music all my life. Since I was a kid, 5, 6 years old, and always had the dream of doing it for the rest of my life. And here we are.
yeah.
Been
Yes.
doing it all my life.
Right.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's a blessing to be continue to do this, that you're
Yeah,
still you have it, I
Yes.
mean, keep
yeah.
going as long as you can. So what even is it, you know, music in your family, or what made you know or think that you
Well,
be a star? Like what?
no music in my family, trust me. And there were nine of us. I was a baby boy, and out of the nine of us, I was the only one that took this path. So people often ask me, well, did your brothers and sisters sing and this and that? And my father, he had a decent voice. He used to stand up in church every now and then when he felt like testifying,
Uh-huh.
and he would kick off one of the hymnals, but for the most part, I'm the only music driven person in my family.
Wow.
Oh,
I
wow,
got a,
that's amazing.
I got a question for you, Glenn.
What's up, Bird?
What's up? This is my guy, y'all. Listen, my favorite song is "I've Been Searching,"
Ah,
and
Hmm.
my favorite moment with Glenn is at Warm Daddies. And we had took some pictures. He has that Philip Bailey Earth, Wind and Fire falsetto. It like I, I I almost fell out on the floor. It got teary
Yeah.
eyed. You know when he hits that part, I've been searching.
mhm.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
you know the part that you do, Glenn, when you
yes.
really
Yeah.
go up to Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 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 man. Yeah, no doubt, no
Yes,
doubt.
that's my song. That's my song. Glenn is like he's like a big brother. That's my guy though. My guy.
Yeah.
Another funny story, y'all. And I'm gonna move on. My cousin got married, and this guy was singing "In You I Found Perfect Love,"
My
but
sister
I
got
was
Mhm.
married
on
to
I was on my phone texting, not paying attention, and I said, "Oh my God, he sounds just like Glenn Jones," and I mean he was tearing it up. Well, I happened to look up and go in the front of the church, and my cousin had really got Glenn Jones to sing. Really him, y'all. I couldn't believe it. And I said, "Oh my God, he sounds just like Glenn
Like
Jones."
like
And I
Bill
never got
Jones.
up off my phone to look because I
Right,
didn't think
Mm,
it was him, and it
right,
was it
right.
was
mm,
really him. I was like, "Oh my God, that's my guy." But yeah, that was a
yeah,
funny story.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
my sister got married to that song too. And yeah.
I used to live in South Jersey. I lived there for about 17 years, and I remember, Patty Jackson, on DAS, just playing all the, like Here I Go Again, and In You, and In You wasn't a single. They never dropped it as a single, but it ended up being such a huge record in Philly.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
Here I go again, and you.
yeah,
Show me was
yeah,
big too.
yeah, yeah,
Y'all,
yeah,
show me what I gotta do.
yeah.
Yeah. So, what inspires your music? Like, where do you pull it from? Like the lyrics, the words. It's all about love and relationships. It seems.
Right. Um, I just kind of, write about, what I know and what I've experienced. Even the fact that I came from gospel, the gospel is all about love. God is love. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. There's a lot of similarities whether sing into a higher, you know, uh, uh, situation, or you're just, expressing yourself about that special person in your life. And I think as I look around with everything that's going on in the world, we need to be singing about love, because we need a lot more of that. People seem
Yes.
to be really angry and just hostile. And I've always been a real easygoing kind of cat, and I like to sing about love.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's
Yeah,
definitely what's missing in the world.
It sure
yeah,
is.
yeah, no
Sure
doubt.
is. Need more of love.
So, what do you have coming up? You said you're doing a city winery tour. Are you
Yeah.
any other avenues like acting, writing, mentor?
Uh, I'm pretty much focusing on the music aspect. Matter of fact, I have a company. I started a company called Talent Room Entertainment,
Okay.
and we're about putting great music out. So I'm about to drop another. Well, I'm gonna drop the I guess album you call it.
Okay.
First of the year. I have about four singles that I've already released. I did a song with Regina Bell on the album, which is the title track, "Love by Design,"
Right.
and that song was number one on the smooth jazz vocal chart, Billboard. And I did another track with this very talented brother named Nick Coleon. He's passed on now, but he was an amazing smooth jazz guitar player. And I'm going to drop another record. I've got a tour coming up, going back to South Africa, and
Right.
I just take it, as it comes. I take it one day at a time, because sometimes we try to call the shots, but it's not necessarily up to us. So I just let it happen as it unfolds. I just let it happen.
Well, that's good.
It's-
Keep
Yes.
making great music. I look
Yeah.
forward to the new album.
Yeah,
So
Thank
that's
you.
great.
congrats.
And
Thank you.
as we tell all of our
Yes.
guests, I mean, if you need some, us in a video, we're more
Okay.
Background
Okay.
vocals.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
have any vocals, but I got some dance skills. So yeah.
All right. Okay. That sounds good.
So, and Glenn, can we get a little something something? Can you
Yes.
do something for us?
Oh man, Bird, man, I'm a
Okay, well, no,
look,
listen.
look, no, 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 no.
Don't be mad if I sing too, please.
Oh, okay. Long as you hitting the right note, long as you know how to harmonize, don't be messing up my stuff now.
I know that's right.
We've only just begun. The romance is not over. Got a lot of love to give. Yeah. We've only just begun. The romance is not over.
Right.
Got a lot of love to give. That's it.
Woo!
I
Yes.
remember oh so well.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Woo,
Oh,
yes,
shit. You
yes,
you
yes,
you done
yes.
made her year. You probably made her
Yes,
next
that's
5 years.
true. I
Wow. Hey, look. Well, when I come back to the City Winery in Philly, if I see you, I'm pulling you up and putting you on the mic. So you in trouble. You
did.
started that.
Look, no,
You
look, I'm
started
looking
this
forward
thing,
to
so I'm
it.
gonna do that.
I'm
And,
trying to
and
tell
Yeah,
you.
no doubt.
Glenn, put our tickets up because you know we coming. I got to be there for that when you pulling
That's
that up
right.
there.
Yes.
All right, brother, you got it. No doubt, you got it.
Absolutely.
Lynette,
Absolutely.
get ready. You going up there?
I'm already ready. I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm already
yeah.
Yes.
ready.
Thank you
Listen,
so
thank
much. And I
you.
just truly
You're
believe
welcome.
all those that have been successful is because it started in the house of the Lord. Like keeping
Amen.
God in the in the front and center of your life, and
Yeah,
with everything that you do, there's there's no stopping you at that point. I
That's
mean,
right.
right.
we
Yeah,
serve a mighty God, and just the
yes,
blessings
we do.
continue to flow to you, and
Thank
keep
you.
you safe while you're on the road.
Yeah.
Traveling to different
Right.
places.
Yes,
Is not like it used to be. So you kind of got to keep your head on swivel at the same time.
that's
But
right.
may God continue to keep
Yeah.
making that
Thank you.
wonderful love making music,
Yeah.
and
Thank you.
we'll see you at the winery in Philly really
Yes.
soon, hopefully.
Yes.
All right.
Don't
Okay.
be
All right,
afraid
fam.
to
God bless you and
When will
thank
you
Thank
be?
you.
you.
When will you be
You're
back?
welcome.
and
You're
just tell us
welcome.
like your updates and where you. So where can people find you at? Are you on social? You're on social media
Yeah,
platform?
I'm on social media. I'm on IG at Real Glenn Jones. Had some serious hacking going on my Facebook page. They just people when they pull that up, they see it, this like seeing all of this Mike Tyson fights and all that stuff, and I haven't been able to get my page back. Which sucks. But just hit me up on IG. And I'm there.
Real Glenn Jones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
thank you, thank you for being on a
All
Real
right.
Recognized Real Talk Radio Show and continue to share your talents with the world. And I look forward to being pulled up on that stage.
Yes.
All right.
I know that's
No
right.
doubt.
God
Your,
bless.
your show
God
tonight?
bless you.
Is your show tonight?
No, my show is tomorrow night at the City
Tomorrow night?
Winery here in
Okay.
St. Louis. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
St.
So any
Louis,
of our St. Louis people, if you know people from St.
reminder.
Louis, make sure they get them tickets and
Yes.
support. Because
Yes.
Right.
that's what we need to do. Support each other.
No doubt.
Thank you
No
again.
doubt. All right. All right,
Peace.
y'all.
Thank you.
Take
God
All right,
care.
bless.
Glenn.
Be blessed. All right.
You
Bye.
too.
Bye.
Oh,
All
y'all have no
right.
idea.
Yes.
I am truly a fan of Glenn Jones. My mom know. Mama know.
Well, you
Truly a
getting pulled,
fan.
Lynette. You getting pulled up there when he come. I can't wait.
I ain't
Yes.
scared. I ain't scared. I'm
You
ready.
ain't scared. You ain't scared. You
Uh-uh.
already know.
I'm ready.
Is that our real recognized real debut? I gotta get my outfit ready for
You
Lynette
don't
when she
know.
go up there and do her debut.
There
Yes,
you go.
yes, yes.
So y'all, I see Lady S and Skeet.
Are
Now
they
Skeet.
in
Now
the
no, no,
are
I
they
don't
in
call
the
y'all Skeet.
building?
I said it was the hair of it, not the
The
barber. See
hair,
now you changed it on me, Skeet. All
or
right,
the
you know,
therapist.
bring them up. We gonna bring them
Uh-oh,
up.
uh-oh. They're in the building.
Lady S first. Let's
Oh,
bring it.
Lady S!
Good evening.
And here's
Hiya.
Skeet,
Wisco,
the
Steve.
hair therapist.
Good
Yes.
evening. Good evening, both of you, and welcome to the Real Recognized Real Talk Radio Show.
Thank you for the invite. Thank you for the
So
invite.
Thank you for
you're
inviting
welcome.
me.
You're
Yes.
welcome. And I'm going to give you both a proper introduction at the same time since you're both on the screen. So let me go with Lady S. So Lady S is a creative, an actress, an author, evangelical apostle, screenwriter, playwright, producer, director, spiritual leader who wears many, many, many other hats. I could go on and on. But as the founder of Lady S Enterprises, she uses her platform to challenge societal norms and inspire personal evolution. She is best known for her trilogy From a Hoe to a Housewife. She continues to trailblaze and is releasing an upcoming film called titled Woman. Her motto is, which I love, is she teaches that healing is a lifestyle,
Mhm.
transparency is power, and purpose is non-negotiable. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. That's me. There you
Yes,
go.
yes. So now Skeet the Barber is the owner of the therapist, and I'm not retarded when I say duh, is that's the name of it. the therapist headquarters barbershop. He has been a barber for over 35 years, serving South Philadelphia. And as we know, the barbershop is usually where people go to not only freshen up their cut and their fades, they also talk about real life issues, and they feel a sense of community in that space. So Skeet's name, the therapist, was coined because of his ability to not only listen but to offer sound advice about life challenges that Black men might encounter. So welcome again to the Real Recognize Real Talk Radio
Thank
Show.
you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So y'all in for some very interesting discussions. So let's
Yes,
go.
y'all are. So
Yeah.
listen, share this because it's about to be crazy. It's
Oh,
about
it
to be
is.
Real talk.
real talk. So what we gonna get into first, y'all? I mean, should we should we get into Shakira's letter first, or should
Well,
we?
do we want to wait to the 7:30 hour, or
Okay,
do we?
all right, that's cool. 7:30 is
Well,
cool.
well,
That's
we
cool.
did. Birdman did have 3 questions in a
Okay,
post
I
that
did.
he.
I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
Yes.
get into that.
Okay,
Cutest.
so listen. This
Go
is
ahead.
because with Skeet and Lady S, great friends, and when we were talking about the three things I want to discuss about, is cute crazy, what's our, the N-word triggers, our Igor triggers, and what's behind the eyes. And I got that from just having a conversation with you ladies and Skeet. Well, me and Skeet, we were in the barbershop because my Joe Fro, I do go to his barber, so they tossed me up.
It's nice and
Shout
tight.
out to Hassan. Um, Skeet was saying that women, even though you can have the beauty, you can all have all of that stuff going on. What's going on behind the eyes? And I got this from Shakia, where Shakia's beautiful. Everybody, oh, Shakia, doll baby, beautiful, beautiful. And Shakia, we've had conversations about dating and everything. Is cute crazy? Can cute be crazy? So I wanted to hit on those two from Skeet and Shakia. But would you want to? Should we start off? What's behind the eyes, or is cute crazy?
However y'all want to start it off. Hey, y'all lead, I follow. That's how.
Okay, so Francella, I'm a gentleman. Ladies first. What do you want to do? Is cute crazy, or what's behind the eyes?
What's behind the eyes?
Okay, Skeet, you want to take it away with that?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? So, more often than not, human beings are infatuated with uh surface visuals. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you get into relationships and all you see is the surface of the person. Everybody gonna extend the good, but you don't see what's behind the good. There's so much more behind the good that one put forth, is that once you get in it, then all the other things come. And people don't take time to evaluate what's behind the soul of a person because they so infatuated with the surface of a person.
So true.
Absolutely, I totally
That is
agree.
that is definitely true. And if I could add on to what Skeet was saying, you know, honestly, your eyes is mirrors to your soul. So if you don't take the time out to actually communicate, have the time to be around the person, then you won't really know what you're getting into. But so many times it's all about the cute face, the breasts, the muscle body, the money, the car, all of that. But I'm a living witness. That don't matter because you can be dealing with somebody really mental and crazy, you
Mhm.
know?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Well, we live in a societal conditioning too. We're conditioned to believe that after 90 days that we should evolve into a relationship, and I don't think we get to see each other in seasons after 90 days. In order for you to find out your person, I believe it be an extension to a year or better to see a person in seasons. That's how you're going to know if that person can critically think, how that person handle pressure, how that person handle anger, how that person handle you when you are emotional, because as a man has to be responsible for a woman emotionally, mentally, you know what I'm saying, spiritually and physically.
I think one of the challenges that we face when we're out here meeting people is that we have to come to the realization is that everybody you meet is not your wife or husband.
Right.
And
Correct.
so we get the misconception that, oh, I hope this is my husband, or I hope this is the last one, or I hope we jump over friendship. We jump right over friendship into looking for that life partner. Everybody you meet is not the one for you. It might just be a season that you're going through to help you prepare for the what's next. You know what I mean? Sometimes it is, but sometimes it isn't. But we always look through, well, not we, most of us, I'll say, when we meet somebody, we're all ready to jump and dun 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 dun. And it's like, well, maybe this one's not that, you know? So if once our expectations kind of come to reality, I think we might think and approach things differently. That's just my 2 cents. I don't know.
And do you think what age, and I don't know if I'm still evolving, do you think that everybody, do you think at a level that you're emotionally mature to know that you can say this is the person, or do you still think that at certain ages you still a little bit superficial? Like, when do you really emotionally mature to say, okay, I this is what I want to do, or you still like, oh, look at this one, look at
Well,
this one?
I think that on different phases of your life, I think you handle things differently, right? So as people get older, it's like you're tired of the foolishness. You want a life partner, so you kind of, that's where you're at with it. You want to get married or be committed type of thing. When you're younger, it's more of infatuation and not even thinking about, oh, let's get married. I think it does come with like maturity and age, and you don't have time to be dating Tom, Dick, and Harry. You want to be just with one person, um, and you more committed. I think women are more committed in looking for that stable relationship than a man. I think men are okay. See,
No.
I think they don't think. They just don't really think outside of of that. It's like they're afraid of commitment. I'm not going to say a lot of guys,
Love them.
but I
Yeah.
think majority are more afraid of commitment, and I think we as women push them towards that. Not that they don't get into it and enjoy it, and it is like a long-term relationship, but I think we as women, because we are like strong in the backbones of like the family, through a lot of stuff like women have to endure. And so guys, they just think differently, and the maturity level is you
Different.
know behind the same age woman. They might be 2 or 3 years maturity level behind us. So that's just my opinion.
Even when men and women say, oh, I don't look for this, or I don't look for that, it's even, I mean, the superficial part, even though we say everything sounds good in theory, but practice is a whole nother ball game. Because most of the time when you see guys say, oh, I like girls with natural hair, but they go with the girls with the weave and the fake hair. Or I like girls with natural, with no makeup, but they gravitate and salivate over the girls that's all plumped up, fake lips, fake nose, fake titties, fake everything. You know what I mean? So, oh, I like this way, but you gravitate to what you say you don't want. So
Exactly.
oftentimes it's like, what do you want? Do you even know? You know
Right.
what I mean? So we got to be honest with ourselves and each other about what is it that we really looking for.
And
So
the
what I
truth
would,
of and the truth in the matter of that is, can we really be honest if we really don't even know ourselves? Because that's what it really boils down to.
Hmm.
Because it's really not an age thing. Maturity, you can become mature when you're actually receiving to learn the lessons that need to be learned, or when you're older. Whenever you're in that place, in that posture to be receptive, to see things in its truth and earnesty, then you'll actually be able to dictate and say and know what you really want.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we're on that I don't know what I want this day, or I don't know what I want that day, because honestly, the immaturity is what plays a part. Where the scriptures say, when I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child. But then when I became mature, I
Right.
put away those things because now things are more profound. I
Mm-hmm.
see things differently. I don't see it through a gray area or an immediate need as a child. Give me this. Just because I see it, I want it. But you
Right.
don't even understand what you want.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So you
That
think
part.
men stay? You think men stay on that level, Lynette? You're saying, but like you say, with the fake hair and all that kind of stuff like that, you
I
think
don't.
that we stay on that level longer than we should? You're saying.
Yes, and I think sometimes you're not with, well, sometimes we're not honest with ourselves about what we really want. And like she said, like Lady S said, sometimes it's not that you're not being honest, it's just that you might not even know. You don't really know. You know what I mean? So that's, sometimes I think that's why it's always a seek and conquer, a seek and conquer, a seek and conquer. Whereas it's like, okay, why are you, sometimes you might hear women say, why are y'all never satisfied? Why are you never content? Why the grass is, why do you think the
My
grass is
green on the
always
other side. Yes.
right? So it's like, if you know what you want, and you're secure within yourself, because let's not forget that part. It's a self thing to me. You look for sometimes what might make you feel more of that bull. Oh, I'm that bull. I got this joint, or I pulled this many joint. What, like, it sometimes is just, it's a self thing. It's a self reflection. It's a self esteem situation. It's a, if sometimes people, they carry more than they can, what they bite off more than they can chew,
Taking two.
because they trying to prove to themselves and to people around them that either they still got it or I'm that man. But so that lets me know you, there's some insecurity there, that you feel like you need that external validation. Like, it's just a whole mess. And I could go on and on for days about it, but we're not going to do that.
But
I
What we're
mean,
gonna
I
do?
mean,
We're gonna compartmentalize this thing. First of all,
yeah,
men do know what they want, and men
some,
don't really
some,
deal. Men mostly, and I say
Mostly.
men. Many men don't have a lot of wants. Men have needs. So there's two different things. You got wants and needs. Wants change. That's why women always fickle about a lot of things, because y'all always want something. But when a man needs something, he's in purpose. He's intentional about what it is that he needs from a woman. Is why he's apprehensive about marriage, why he's apprehensive about relationships, because he needs to know, he needs a certain a security in that particular person that he's going to invest in. You follow what I'm saying? So
mhm,
yes, there's some, and it's a journey in this thing. You gotta get through. You gotta go through to get through. So in the journey of all of us as we mature, those experiences put a basis on what we not going to accept based on what we did or what we accepted prior to in our younger years. So once you get to a mature, ripe age, that if you're still single or if you're still dating, yeah, you understand what it is that you need, not what you want, because your wants will change, and that's why it's so many people undecided about what direction they want to go when they get in these relationships. And then you spoke on friendship. Friendship is the foundation of everything. If
It
you
is.
don't have a foundation of friendship, you can't have a wealthy relationship. You can't have a healthy marriage. You can't have a healthy anything if that foundation isn't solid.
Mm-hmm.
agreed,
The
100.
friendship, what it does, it allows you to know the don'ts. Everybody get infatuated with the do's, but it's the don'ts that are the deal breakers. So when
Exactly.
you deal with anybody, you got to look at what the person should not do, what you should not do. And every human being should take inventory on himself. I hear so many women blame men, but y'all don't even take inventory on yourself to look at, get tired of your own shit too. Because y'all got some shit
Oh
that come
yeah,
that
that's
make apprehension.
yeah. It's
Absolutely.
a
Absolutely.
self-reflection thing
But
on both
right.
Yeah.
parties, on
No,
both
it,
So
parties.
right, I'm just saying, I'm
I
just speaking
agree
for
with
the
that.
men because y'all was speaking about men not having this, that, and the third. So I'm an advocate for the men on that side, not saying or limit to, because it's actually subjective. It's subjective on both parties on how mature you become and what you understand with how you want to go the next in the next quarter of your life. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I believe if we all over 50 or whatever, we in the fourth quarter of our lives. So we got 25, 30 years left. Who want to go through what we've been through the first three quarters of our lives? You know what I
Exactly.
mean? In relationships. So,
Exactly.
with men have a need. We don't have wants because most of our wants get fulfilled in our own. It's easy to fulfill our wants. You know what I mean? Especially when you're in position, when you got all your things together, you got your own this, your own that. The wants is easy. They come easy. But your needs are the things that when you deal with a significant individual, you had the foundation of friendship. She knows where to place herself at. If God gave her, took her from the rib, she had to replace herself back to the rib to understand where she make you whole at. And if she don't identify with that, then that's why that man will be apprehensive.
So, but
So
why? But
so
no,
so
why? But
for
where's the
them to
communication? Where's the communication at with these needs?
Well,
You
I'm
know,
getting ready
well,
to ask you,
again,
what
let me
are
say
they?
this.
What
right?
are they?
Let me say this.
We will
Communication.
communicate our wants and our needs, but where, far as a man is concerned, why don't you communicate with your
Or
partner?
what are
Your
they?
needs?
What
So,
name some
so
of
Yeah,
the
are
needs?
they? Yeah.
I'm gonna explain. Y'all, give me a minute. So this is the thing that I believe. This is what I subscribe to. I believe every prosperous, purposeful, intentional relationship should be an organic thing. It shouldn't be forced. It shouldn't be a timetable for it. It got to be organic, and that organic dynamic develops through the friendship. When
Hmm.
you know that person knows when to say when. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Knows when to say when. That person, if they really into you, they're going to study you where communication is sometimes nonverbal.
Right.
But it's comprehension. That's the very key thing, is how you comprehend that individual on how they respond, how that woman's respond, how you got to learn those love languages of those individuals. You got to play with different things. You got to be intentional about how you express things. Because everybody's going to tell you how good they are. That's the representative. But when you being organic, it's better because now you get to see them in the true light of themselves, and that's where the friendship coming at. If you being friend, I'm sure y'all ladies are friends with men that y'all seen go through relationship, this, that, and the third. Those men could possibly be your husband, but you don't look at them in that particular light because of the friendship. So
Right.
sometimes those things get overshadowed. So that's I think that's the thing that we fall short on. We don't establish solid friendships.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's
So
true.
tell me like one or two needs of, I know you can't speak for all men in general, but what are basic needs that men, that you feel that men may want from a woman?
A safe space to be vulnerable, without being weaponized with our vulnerabilities. Um, we need we need a woman to be able to comprehend what's being said and not how she chooses to interpret it.
Right. I agree, Sharon. I was going to say that Sharon posted something in the comments, but I agree with that too
What
about
she said.
nonverbal communication. Because I always say I'm not a mind reader. I need you to tell me what's on your mind. I
It's
agree.
not mind reading though, but it's connection. That's why I said it's organic. It's connection. So y'all look at it as mind reading. So it's like if you tell me you like, let's look at it from this perspective. I ask you what you like, and you say, "Well, I like dogs. I'm gonna bring you a puppy." Now you telling your girlfriend, "Oh, he bought me a dog because he know what I like." You told me what you like. You made the situation easy. I like challenges. I don't. I'm the man that want to earn. I don't want you giving me any charity. I dealt with that coming up. I don't want anything that's charitable for me. If I can't earn it and earn the respect, earn the trust, I don't want it. I don't want it
I
because
understand
it's
that,
not
but
gonna be. It's
I'm
not
not.
gonna be. It's not gonna be organic.
Sometimes when the only challenge that sometimes nonverbal communication has is misinterpretation.
Hmm.
I
And
agree
so
with that
I
too.
don't want to leave nothing up to be misunderstood, nothing up to be confusing, nothing up to be left to the unknown mind, because men and women, we think differently. So even if I learn you, I
Hmm.
might be wrong in my interpretation of what I think you're doing, or what you said and how you said it. It's like reading, like you hear the saying, people can read the same book and get three different books the same way and get three different things out of it.
Answer.
So
Yeah.
even when you get to learn somebody, sometimes, because we change at times depending on the situations and circumstances at hand, the communication is key. Communication is key. It's better to communicate than to be nonverbal and make a person have to guess. That's basically what we're saying. It's
No,
not
I
that
do
it
believe
doesn't
that.
work all the time. Sometimes it's just that I prefer you communicate.
Well, again, nonverbal don't always mean you don't communicate verbally. It just means that, like you said, you change. So if emotionally you change, that's you changing. That's because you changed don't mean he changed. So
I'm
the
talking
rule of
about we both change.
Both change.
We
Right.
then it's
both
a
change in our
conversation.
situation.
It becomes a conversation about what direction
Exactly.
we go into. So I'm not
Exactly.
saying what I'm saying that to say when it's organic is, again, the rules of engagement are as such. If we both saying to each other we ain't looking for nothing and we see where it goes, that's what we doing. We're gonna see where it goes. Sometimes some people may look at it and say, well, he's doing this. Like I've been noted to do relationship things and that get misinterpreted as if I want a relationship when in reality that's just my character. I've been in position to be able to financially finance someone to go somewhere that a husband or boyfriend has never done with them, and I'm just a friend. But if I
Right.
want company, enjoy the moment. Don't misinterpret the gesture that I want more from you because I'm
Right.
able to do this. But that's because comes because it's never been done before. It's a new experience. But you're dealing with two different types of men. That's why I said you're dealing with males and you're dealing with men. If I'm in
Right.
position to
Right.
do something for you, I'm doing it out of character of being a man. It's just a prerequisite of what it could be like if you're my woman. You follow what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mhm.
And
Now,
I
is
need
it
to
a
see that in the
conversation?
same, the same, huh?
Is it a conversation that could have been had prior to? You know what I'm saying? So that there is no
How
misunderstanding.
can it be? We grown. We already established the rules of engagement. If we go somewhere, we go somewhere. Why do it gotta be? I'm looking for a relationship because I did something that looks to everybody else like it's a relationship gesture, when in reality, it's just a gesture of a gentleman.
True, but just to save somebody to maybe a heartache if they
We
did it
grown. I
was
ain't saving nothing. If you grown, you understand the rules of engagement. Why I gotta save you? I'm not in the saving nobody. I don't wear a cape.
What?
If you
So
die, you
well,
basically,
die.
what?
all
Listen,
right. Well,
sometimes you
all
gotta
right.
die to live again. That's the thing.
He
I'm a
said what
stickler
he
about that.
said.
You have to die to live again sometimes. Excuse
So
me.
Yeah.
basically, he's saying, we have to pay attention to what's going on at the time, and a lot of times we as women, females, because just like he separates the males from the men, I always separate the oversized females with the women, right?
Mhm.
So a lot of times we're not paying attention because we want what we want, right? And so we're interpreting things the wrong way. And now if a conversation is needed, or you feel as though that you're interpreting or we're interpreting something wrong, then that's when we come to the table and have a conversation. Hey, what's up? But
Right.
we have to take accountability, or whatever party, because this can go both ways. This isn't just a woman thing or a man
I
thing.
agree.
It can always
Right,
go
No.
both
right,
I
ways.
agree.
right.
I
But
agree.
when is the person going to take the accountability to say, okay, now wait a minute, before I get anything misconstrued, I'm feeling these emotions and I'm seeing this way. But in order for it to be labeled this, let me have this conversation before I start doing something extra.
Exactly.
So again, just taking accountability on both sides and
So
paying
Agree.
attention.
And
so
Agree.
don't put the carriage before the horse.
so
There you go.
Right.
so
And like
Shakia.
I'm a nice person. And so I treat everybody the same way. And so some people would look at it like, oh, she likes me. Or she, but I have a conversation because I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want to offend anybody, and I don't want nobody to think it's going to be more than what it is, despite how we grown and all of that. I just feel like I want you to be well informed. I want you to make an informed decision and then decide on whether or not this is something that you still want to involve yourself with. Like I won't like people just assume, oh, she likes me because I'm nice. But I'm like, no, I'm like that with everybody. I'm just a nice person. So
Right.
so I'll tell you, I'll be open and honest with you if I feel like you doing something that if you showing me, okay, yeah, I like you, or you telling me I like you, I like how you treating me, and I want us to go further. I'm gonna have a conversation with you and be like, well, I like you as a friend, and that's as far as it's going to go. It's going to go, and then
Stay in your lane.
it's up to you as to whether you can deal with it or not. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's get off that and go to the next one. Or do we have?
Okay, do y'all want to jump to Shakira?
Oh, yeah, we can jump to Shakira.
Because I think and Lady S would definitely help her, especially with all
Oh
y'all
yes.
growing up. I think she
All
would
right.
definitely be able
So I should read her letter first before I give her a call, right?
Yes. So
So
they
she,
they can have some context.
right. Okay. All right. So my name is Shakira, and I've been seeing this guy. He is fine, light skin, gray eyes, 6 foot, 289 pounds, perfect man, but he's crazy as hell. He wants to smell my undies to make sure I'm faithful. I have to FaceTime him so he knows who I am with and watches my eyes, which we just talked about, in mixed environments. He never hits me, but his package is so good, I put up with the drama. Am I shallow for this? I'm chocolate, and my man said he is the prize. so I best not show my black behind. So this is a letter from Shakira,
I love Shakira.
who wants some advice on if she thinks that she is being shallow or and keeping this man just because his package is good. So let me call Shakira
Right.
so she can
I
um
think Shakira should read Lady S's book.
Let me ask you a question. That sounds like Shakira is a very young lady. She must be in her mid or
well,
late
we'll
20s.
find out. You can ask as well. We'll find out.
And she's
Let's see.
stuck on colorism, which is nonsense.
Well, Skeet's light skin. He can speak up for the light skinned guys. You know what I
Oh, man,
mean?
I ain't light skinned, man. I'm just complex.
Let's
I'm
see.
fair complexion.
Hey Shakira.
Hi.
Hi, you're on
Let's
Real
say
Recognized Real
leave.
Talk radio show. Can y'all hear her?
Yes.
Shakira, hello Shakira, we love you.
You can talk.
How old are you, Shakira?
Is she,
I am 32.
Okay. Okay.
who wants to go first?
We just read your letter, Shakira,
Yeah.
and we have Lady S, we have Skeet the Barber, Birdman, Lynette, one of the co-hosts for Real Recognized Real, and Franchella. I'm the host.
Can
So
I go first, Fran?
you
May
can
I?
yes, Birdman, go
Yeah.
ahead.
So Shakira, thank you for reaching out to us and the lovely Franchella. So we heard the letter about the light skinned guy, and you put up with his drama because of the package and all that. We understand that, but the FaceTiming him wherever you go and the smelling the underwear, like when did he start doing all that kind of stuff, Shakira, like acting like that?
I want to say it was about a year and a half into our relationship. He started with that type of stuff. Um, yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
Where's the relationship at now?
I mean, he is. I know it's not normal, but it's what satisfies him into thinking that I'm not messing around, talking to anybody, or trying to see anybody else.
So
We're good, but sometimes I do get really ticked off about that behavior.
Hmm. Did you address that to him?
I did. I told him that it's weird and it's not necessary.
What's his response?
And, um, he just wants to be sure and certain because he doesn't want to have no insecurities about our relationship, and that's what makes him feel secure.
He already has insecurities.
No,
He
absolutely.
came he came in it with insecurities. And if
And
I'm speaking from a father figure, big brother figure, I tell you the whole ass because it get worse.
Have you ever given him reason to distrust you?
No, I haven't. I'm not even that type of woman. If I'm in a relationship, I'm in a relationship.
Okay. Do you feel like this is somebody you could see a future with if this behavior continues?
No, I don't want the behavior to continue. I'm hoping that it's maybe a phase that he's going through. I'm hoping, I have hopes for it to just die down. Like he'll get it one day and we can go back to how we used to be.
Do you smell his underwear when he come home?
They live together?
So no, I don't return the favor.
Oh, okay.
Y'all live together now?
Yes,
He moved in with you?
yes.
have you ever thought that it was a deflection of his behaviors?
I have one friend that I talk to because I don't like to have everybody in my personal business. And I did speak to her about it. And that's what she was trying to explain to me, that it could be a deflection on his part. He may be out doing something, being unfaithful. And so he's projecting it onto me.
Absolutely.
Um,
I'm gonna speak from
It's a
experience.
possibility. It's
No,
not
I'm
a
gonna speak from
guarantee.
experience. I'm gonna
It's a
tell you that's
possibility.
exactly what it is from experience. From experience. You know, you try to box in someone to not do what you're doing. So what you do, you try to control the environment so that it don't get away from you. But in reality, like I just said in the beginning, you should haul ass.
He's flipping the script on you,
Yeah,
making
pretty
it seem
much.
like you're doing something when he's already
Well, he's trying
doing.
to get in front of it before getting behind it. So it may not even be that, but he's trying to
And it's
stop
a
something that hasn't
Right.
even.
Or
Yeah,
it
he's
could have been an experience that he had with someone else. So it's not. It don't
well, his
necessarily.
experience with himself. He is more often than not is with himself.
Right.
yeah.
It's not really about
Right.
somebody else. It's about his own transgressions or whatever he possibly is doing. Because there ain't no reason for him to, want to do a sniff and scratch and sniff on anything. That's
Right.
crazy. I mean, if y'all been 1 year, he should know what it smelled like. He should know what it tastes like at this time. By this time, that he shouldn't
And
have to go through those situations.
right. He should.
So
He should have. Go ahead.
a lot of our guests is weighing in.
Oh
Rachel
yeah.
is saying, "I'm speaking from experience. It sounds like a man is a narcissist and potential controlling abuser. Pick up at least 3 red flags from your letter." Um, Sharon says, "Oh hell to the no no no, but dick in the world. It could be platinum dripping in titanium. That sounds dangerous." Um, and so many people are just chiming in saying, like, you gotta get out of this relationship. It's unhealthy. Deanna says, absolutely not. It's a really unhealthy relationship for you. You're still young. You're only 32.
Right.
And Sharon once again says, first thing that saddens her is that you seem to be more concerned about him than about yourself. And
Right.
you have to, love yourself and be concerned for yourself, and get out of this relationship. I know in your letter you speak that because the sex is good, or the D is good, um, that's why you are staying. Is that the only reason? I mean, does he bring any other good qualities to your relationship?
I mean, the sex is good. I'm not gonna lie. It's honestly the best I ever had, and
You don't got many to rate from,
I
sweetie.
don't want to lose that. When
What she
he
said.
makes me feel good, he makes me feel good. It's just those times where you know somebody pointed out narcissistic ways. I can see that, especially since he really. I mean, I guess people on the outside looking in are able to see what I can't.
Or not, or that you don't want to.
Prides himself on his looks. He's very he's very sure of himself.
It's not wrong
Right.
with him having confidence,
Definitely
but
not.
it's
Go
not
ahead.
wrong with confidence. But you got to have the same confidence that he has. You have to match him in the same confidence and understand that you are the prize as well, and he ain't the only prize in a relationship.
That's
So
right.
he had to carry you as such, and he had to respect that. If sniffing my underwear is a no dice, and if you can't respect that, then find something else to play with. Plus, he living in your home, which again is another red flag. How old is he?
We're the same age.
Yeah, so he really still trying to figure out life. So basically, at this stage in his life, he's still trying to figure this thing out. So he's riding your coattail. So you actually the prize. You
Right.
giving him the good night's sleep. He ain't giving you a good night's sleep other than the sex. He putting you to sleep, but the good night's sleep is really he's he's pretty
Peace of
much
mind. Peace.
Safe.
slinging dick to get a good night's sleep, basically.
Mhm.
Right. Peace. It's all about peace of mind. Don't think that you can't find anybody else out here. You can't be stuck on just looks and the sex. Because I
Right.
always say, there's
Little
what,
things.
24 hours in a day. And if the sex only lasts, I give you what, a half an hour. What are you doing for the rest of the 33 hours and a half? If you can't have a decent relationship or friendship, somebody you comfortable being around, I mean, it's more. You want more of that than just the sex part.
Right.
She don't know what she want. That's why she's in. That's why she's really indecisive. She got to figure out what does she really need moving forward at her age. That's what I'm saying. She got wants. She want the ping, but she got some needs that she hasn't identified yet, and that's why she accepting it. So she got to go through to get through. So this
Do
is a
y'all
growing
have
pain for her.
children? Do y'all have children together?
No.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
for the border, like,
So yeah, so head for the border before it's too late. I
are
mean,
you
I know it's easier for
afraid to leave? One of the viewers are asking, are you afraid to leave? Or do you even did you ever even thought of moving on?
Do you feel threatened?
That's what I was about to say. I don't feel threatened in a sense where I'm scared of him. I kind of don't want to start over. I don't want to go through a phase of just having to be out back on the market.
I understand her apprehension. That's again, that's not your first or last stop at your age.
right.
Um, and you got to be mindful that at your age you haven't had that many experiences. I would suggest to really be able to measure, you know what I mean, what you measuring right now. It might be the best you got at this stage in your life, but it gets better when you get mature.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And then you want to make sure that you love yourself,
Oh,
and you want to make sure that you keep yourself intact, because from you, what I hear from your letter is a lot of colorism in there. Oh, he's light skinned, or he got gray eyes, and he's this, and then I'm
Respect.
chocolate, so it's a lot of colorism in there. So, cute is cute, whether you light or dark or green or black or purple. You know what I mean? So you don't want to focus on the wrong things. You want to focus on, I didn't hear anything about his character other than the flaws of them all. You know what I mean? I didn't hear, he knows how to treat a girl, or you know what I mean? I didn't hear anything about his personality traits. To me, that matters more than what he looks like or how good he is in bed. After, if your personality sucks, you ugly.
And,
right.
and, and Shakira, is your dad what is your dad light complected or is he chocolate?
It doesn't matter. It shouldn't.
You said my dad?
Yeah, is your dad light complected or is he chocolate?
No, my dad is chocolate.
Okay.
Is your dad in your life?
No.
Okay, that
Yeah.
explains some of it too.
And that might be a little dynamic in
Yeah,
there
a
too.
lot.
Exactly.
Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder is beautiful, and again,
Absolutely.
you have to, sometimes you got to look in the mirror and do some inventory on oneself, on yourself, to see is he worthy of you, not that you worthy of him. Because
That's
again,
right.
had y'all been together a year and a half? What do y'all have collectively together outside of him living in your home? What's his plan for you? You already making plans, but what's his plan for you?
We talk about our future if I bring it up, but to be honest, that's what prompted me to write into the show because it's just some things that doesn't resonate with me wholeheartedly,
Right.
and
And I think
it's
he's
not
playing
anything
on
that
all
he
that.
initiates.
Yeah,
Right.
But that's
he's
they go
playing
your.
all
I'm
those
sorry, go ahead.
insecurities. No, he's
Yeah.
playing on all those insecurities, and
Right.
I just want you to love yourself and know that you know you're young and you're going to find happiness, and
Right.
sometimes the happiness don't have nothing to do with the sex of it.
G.
The
Mm-hmm.
friendship, the relationship, laughing and joking and just being around somebody. So don't be stuck on just that piece of it, that only lasts 10 minutes. Like you have to love yourself first.
And
um
don't waste your time. Like, don't waste time on something that you really know wholeheartedly is not going to work. Oftentimes we know the answer. We just need a confirmation. The fact that you wrote the letter means that you're not okay with the situation. You know what I mean? So sometimes we just need to hear something from somebody on the outside looking in, because when you're too close to it, you only see what you want to see and not the reality of the thing. So you got to be honest with yourself and ask yourself this. I'm gonna just say this and then I ain't gonna say no more else. If your daughter was in this situation, and I only want you to give me one answer and the honest one. If your daughter was in the same situation with a man and she came to you for advice, what would you tell your daughter? Stay or leave?
Mm.
And there you have it, because I think that when you're ready to leave, or when you have these discussions with him, then he throws the sex on you and you enjoy it. It's like the makeup sex, and
Reset
you
button.
enjoy it. So that's why you continue to stay. He knows how to get to you. He knows what to do, and you're allowing him to do that. Now the thing of it is, to get him to leave, if it could be another story, you might have to get up, pack up, and leave yourself.
Depending on the situation. And make a strategic move no matter what, but make sure that you're happy with the decision that you make sure that you are happy with whatever decision that you make. And it's not that we're beating you up about things, because all of us have not always made the right decisions in life in our past. I know I haven't, but this
I
is
have.
why we're able to give you some sound advice, because it's important.
Right.
Think about what we're saying to you and take it to heart.
Yes,
And
please, because
and
we're concerned about you, and I'm leaving
And no,
you.
you're not stuck. You're not
you're
stuck.
not stuck. There
God
Yeah.
is
has
a
given
next
you an
step.
infinite amount of choices. You can choose. You chose to get in it. You can choose to get out of it. Your choices never run
Amen.
out.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
And
It's the
so,
truth.
Rachel, I'm gonna read this last comment from one of our viewers. She says, I'm be praying for Shakira that you draw close to your Creator. Are you a believer?
Yes.
Okay. You draw closer to God and develop a healthy relationship with yourself. Once you get that firm foundation, you'll meet the man that's best suited for you, that will provide much more than great penis. At 44, I now look for a character overlooking I look for character overlooks penis and anything else. I've been with that type of man twice in several years and wasted my 20s and 30s because I didn't want to start over because I invested so much time. Sometimes you have to start over. I mean, if it's peace of mind for your mental, I'm going to look for resources for you to reach out to. Maybe look into some therapy, because you have to help yourself first. You have to love
Just so.
yourself first.
Right.
You're
What part of the city are you in Philadelphia?
No, I don't live in Philadelphia.
If you
I'm in
don't
here.
say that again, I'm sorry.
She's in Delaware.
In Delaware. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to. I'm actually looking up. There's an organization called Council for Relationships, and sometimes they provide free or no cost or low cost therapy. What I would recommend counseling, what I would recommend is, before you pull him into anything, that you go yourself,
Mm-hmm.
um, individually, and I'll give you their number. Um, I'm I'm googling it now.
And think of affirmations that you can say to yourself. Look in a mirror to be more confident, that you can say every single day to yourself. I'm not dealing with this. I'm beautiful. Just build
I
yourself
love
up.
myself. I
Yes,
deserve better. The
deserve
number,
better.
and this is for anybody out here that may have experienced something similar. Call this number, Council for Relationship, 215-382-6680. And if you're not in the Philadelphia area, they
Say it
will
again. Say it
215
before.
215-382-6680. 215-382-6680. It's called Council for Relationships. They have many different locations. So when you call them, just let them know where you are, and then they'll find a therapist in your area.
And one of our viewers, I totally agree. Please don't get pregnant.
Mm.
Yes,
Whatever
please,
you
Mm.
do,
please,
Yeah.
please don't
please.
get pregnant. But thank you, Shakira, for writing
Appreciate it.
into the Real Recognize Real Talk radio show.
Yes.
You have my number, sis. You can call me anytime to give you some encouraging words. We wish you all the best.
Yes.
Please continue to love yourself and build yourself up. And God, being a believer, He's going to work it all out. Just trust and believe.
Amen.
Thank you guys. I appreciate your time.
No,
Well, thank
absolutely.
you. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Wow. It is.
Wow.
Yeah. Steve, that's life. Life
It
and
is.
relationships.
You gotta go through to get through. And she ain't wasting time. She's learning the lesson. And prayerfully she get the lesson that she don't have to relearn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That part, but some don't, and that's the sad
Right.
part.
You gotta die to live again. Again, sometimes you gotta die to live. You keep repeating the same thing is insanity. So at some point,
Absolutely.
you got to get tired of your own shit and realize that if I got to keep dying like this, if I want to live, I got to do something different.
That's
Exactly.
right.
That's so
Exactly.
true.
And
That's so
she ain't got to look for it. Somebody going to find her if she got the good attributes if she has some prominent attributes that a man could use, he'll be willing to invest in it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
Shakira's a really nice looking girl that she's a pretty girl, so I know that her complexion shouldn't be a problem. I was kind of surprised that I know she's really spunky, so I was really surprised to see this side
The
of
prettier
her.
the girls, the more insecure they
Like
are.
like
You said the prettier they are, the what?
More insecure they are.
you think so?
Oh, I
I'm
Because you
speaking. I'm
have
speaking
to.
from. I'm
Because
speaking from my
honestly,
experience. I done had them
We
yeah.
are
from. I
our
had them
own
from the
worst
bottom
critics.
feeder to the top of the line.
Really?
Yeah.
And
The
I
pretty
can't
girls
say
that
all. Yeah, I
Right.
can't say all. All I can say is from my experience personally, because you have to combat with who you are and trying to live up to everybody else's standards and what they see in you. So that really gives you a complex. However, what I have learned
That's hard.
throughout all my years, I've learned that relationships really are mirrors to what's inside of you. So
Hmm.
whatever you're agitated with, it's what's going to draw out and bring up to surface what you thought that wasn't there, but it is there because it's there to draw it out so that you can deal with it. So if you're dealing with someone like Shakira that's insecure, then we've already seen even in her letter there's some insecurities there. You
Right.
understand what I'm
Right.
saying?
That's a good point.
Um, right. So we have to look at relationships, no matter what the label is of the relationship. It is meant to allow us to see something deeper within ourselves.
absolutely.
And
That's why it's so important to heal first. Heal before you
Mm-hmm.
go out there and
Hell, right.
but how,
heal.
Yeah.
how do you know if you're? How do you know
But
if you're
people think
healed?
healing. You have to be in a relationship to heal.
No,
You
you
know,
don't.
No, no.
sometimes
No, you got to be
No.
ready for the. You got to be
You
ready
got to
for
be
what it is
ready.
that you say you want. And if you don't
Yeah.
heal first, you're gonna mess it up.
So,
right.
so you
Mm-hmm.
think it's a lot of How do you know if you're healed? Because do you think it's a lot of unhealed people in relationships pretending like they heal, but they really not?
Yes.
Well,
Well,
you
first of
heal.
all, what that healing is ugly. So if you didn't go through the ugly portions of yourself and face it, then you did not even start the healing process,
Right.
which is, basically what my trilogy is about and my movie is about. Because a lot of times people say, "Oh, if I talk about it, I'm healed," or if I get advice about it and I institute this advice or whatever, no, you're not. You really got to start looking deep within yourself, and you should not enter into any relationship under that situation, especially when you're talking about being boyfriend, girlfriend, courting, looking into being married, until you really have dealt with what was going on with you that you have not dealt with before. And I'm saying that from experience because I've been married. I was married from 21 to 40.
Mm.
Okay, because and that's two marriages, because everybody rushed me to the altar like, hey, we getting married. Wait, we getting married. What I did not realize in that, and this was from even me being a teenager, proposed to constantly, what I did not realize in it was myself, that I did have wife qualities because that's what I was doing. I was raised with both parents. So my mother, I understood some things to a degree. So I was doing that in my relationships. So they saw what I can do for them or meet the need, as Skeet was saying earlier. However, I was not ready for it because I never dealt with myself for real, for real. It was only I can do it on a temporal basis, but not continuously because I still had unresolved issues when it came to my molestation, when it came to my identity crisis, when it came to me being a teen mother, period. I never dealt with those things.
Understand why you're
When
accepting
it
the
came to my
proposal.
alcoholism, when it came to me being a PK, a well-known PK, a preacher's kid. So therefore, I had to live under so many different spotlights and being so many different people at so many different times. It was just crazy. So then when I'm now divorced, even though I had been going to therapy since 2010 in my sex from my second marriage, it wasn't until I really started doing the work and started seeing how I was not ready for the situation. And then on top of that, nobody was willing to go through the process with me,
Mm.
right?
I
Which
concur from a
which
male
brought
perspective.
about the divorce.
I concur from the male perspective. Two marriages. I didn't. I thought I was only good for what I provided. I was never loved correctly. So all that you're speaking of, I truly understand. But I had to do some inventory on me. I had to do the inventory on the part that I played in them divorces and the part I played allowing myself to even get married in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Knowing I
Right.
wasn't even ready or mature enough to understand what marriage come with. And sometimes we do that thinking that we're doing the right thing, but we get the wrong result because we think that we're doing something right and holy, but in reality, we're not prepared or we conditioned to be ready for what comes with marriage. Those that accountability and responsibility that comes with that. It's a job. It's a business, and you not if you don't understand business, you're not gonna understand marriage.
Correct. Correct. Yeah. So now that I understand the business with myself, again, doing the work. Because if you don't understand yourself, if you don't understand the business of yourself, if you can't unite yourself with yourself, how can you unite forces with somebody else?
Exactly.
It's hard. So now, with that being said, now I'm in a position after being separated, well, divorced for 3 years. It's like, okay, I'm ready, but then you have other people who haven't done the work as well. So
Right.
or at least started, at least give me something. So it's so many different variables to the situation,
That's why I gotta be organic. If it ain't organic, it
Yeah,
ain't gonna work. If it ain't
yeah.
organic, it's not gonna work. You
Right.
can't you, can-
Hmm.
you can't shotgun truth. You can't shotgun absolutes. It's just impossible to do.
How do you
That's
know
true.
real organicness though? How do you know if somebody with this world, some people being so fake? How do you know when it's really organic and not to second guess yourself because you're like, oh, I should do this because everybody else is doing it. You know what I mean? Like, how do you know what?
Time.
If you live, if
Exactly.
you live, if you lived in any kind of toxicity or chaos, it'll reveal itself right from the gun bust. You know when someone
Hmm.
is doing something
You
out of
gotta be
agenda.
careful.
It's easy to
Go ahead.
pick it apart. It's so easy to pick it apart.
But you gotta be
You can
careful
know
with that too,
somebody for a long
because
time and then realize you really don't know them at the end of the day.
right, right. You
But
gotta
so,
be
so
careful
many
too, because
people
sometimes
have to.
it's trauma triggers and versus what the person is really doing, or what it could be trauma triggers based on what you have experienced in the past, not necessarily what actually is going on. You just might have it might just be a trigger for you. You know
Right.
what I mean?
That's why friendship is so
Time.
profound, and when you understand that you have that friendship, those things that you're speaking of, that person knows those triggers that they don't want to trigger those things. They don't want to antagonize those things. In some cases, you're going to do it because we're human. You know, it's human is error, but it's not intentional. But you work on it. You got to work on those things. Then you got to identify why those triggers exist. See, people don't do the work on identifying what triggers them. They just say I don't like something and don't even know why they don't like it. But you got to identify why you don't like something, why something makes me feel that kind of way. So that, and then you articulate to that individual why this makes me feel this way. Now I got the information to not do something. That goes right back to when I said the don'ts. You can't claim ignorance on what you know. Once I tell you this what it does, you don't get to spin the block and say I
That's
forgot or
right.
I didn't know.
That's
But
right.
Part.
but then some people will say. I heard some girls say, "Well, don't tell a guy don't tell a guy about your last relationship because he'll try to be like that guy, and that's really not him. So don't say nothing. Let him figure it out.
No guy should even want to know about your last relationship. That ain't none of his business.
Exactly.
Right.
Correct. Because that's the
You know, if
past.
the guy, if like Shakira, if it's a person that you really like, this is what a girl was telling me. Don't tell that new person that, because then he'll try to act like that person, and that's not really him. And I'm like, it's just so much. Like, why do you have to keep playing games? Just say whatever
It's
you're gonna
not game because she the same person that'll ask questions. See, she'll want to ask her questions, but she'll ask the questions about him.
And Tom will tell you everything you want to know.
Right.
Absolutely.
Tom will tell you everything you want to know. We just gotta be patient and develop that friendship, like he said, like we've all been saying. Tom will tell you because you can't wear a mask forever. The
Sure
You
can.
real, the
can't.
real
I
person
got a
is
Nope.
system that if you can deal with the worst of me, you can love the best of me. So my foot is in your ass at first. I don't want to put my good foot first. I'm put my bad foot first.
That's true. That's true.
So what
Well, you
is
know
it
what,
that?
guys? We
I
we
know we
we,
could
we
go
got to
further.
table this and bring this back because I think a
Yes.
lot of people are so interested in these type of conversations. You know, coming up with a topic and just having these conversations. It's in everybody's household. You know, so we have to like come back together. You guys are willing to come back on the show so we
Yeah.
can continue this conversation. You
Definitely.
know, when it's so interesting and good, time flies like that. So
Yeah.
we're at our end of the show. But before we go, Lady S, first you, and then Skeet, if you can tell everybody where they can find you and what you have going on.
Well, you can definitely find me on IG, TikTok. It's the truth, Truth with Lady S. You can also look out for my movie, which will be premiering in fall of this year, called Woman. Which again, it is um, about my biopic, and it's with my trilogy, my best-selling book, From a Hoe to a Housewife. Um, yeah, so that's where y'all can find me. Y'all
Somebody
also
want to know
can
where they can purchase the book. They asked on
you
here
can
where to purchase the book.
you can purchase the book on Amazon or online chains as well. Yeah.
Okay, Skeet.
You can find me at IG Skeet the Barber, or you can find me at my podcast, my live cast that I was doing. I discontinued, but I'll get back to at the Sarcastic Truth. Um, and I'm on Facebook at D Skeet Young.
Okay. Thank you guys. I mean, like this
Thank
was
you. Thank you.
awesome. Thank you for being seeing some encouraging words to Shakira, and just being true. You know that's what it's all about. You know, in a relationship, you need communication, you need trust. You know, and you need to
Transparency, accountability.
Friendship.
absolutely, absolutely. You know,
Yeah.
and as you say, it has to be organic. So, yeah. So, I mean, we can go on and on and on, like to the break of dawn, like it's on and on and on to the break of dawn. But please don't be a stranger. We will reach back out to you, and we would like to continue to have this conversation.
Yeah.
The whole
Anytime.
I
okay,
appreciate y'all.
yeah,
Thank
no
you. We
doubt.
We gotta
appreciate
So,
go
you
on
No
too.
problem.
Skeet show. We gotta go on Skeet show and wreak havoc.
okay,
I like Havoc. I
for
love
it.
it. I like smoke. I take listen. I love to be challenged. So anything that women come, I love it. I just because I worked on myself so much that any questions, I don't have no shame. I don't
Mm,
have no embarrassments. I don't deal with none of that
So
kind
we
of stuff.
learn
So
from each other.
yeah,
Yes,
right.
I walk with my chest out and I walk with my chin up. So I don't have no shames and embarrassments. That was my journey to get to where I'm at right now. So ain't
I
no
love
lying
No,
to
that's
me.
right.
You know what
I
I
love
Amen.
mean?
Well,
it, bro.
well,
And thank
Skeet, you're gonna have to have me on the show then, okay?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
well, that's not a problem. That could be arranged very very soon. I need to get back
All
to it.
right.
yeah,
We
absolutely.
gonna whip it in the place, right? Lynette, Franchella, and Lady S. We gonna get on Skeet show and wreak havoc.
Yeah.
Yes.
We will
Let's
have a
go.
good
Let's go.
conversation just like this one.
It is just conversation because
Yeah.
we all can learn from each other. We all
Exactly.
can grow from each other. And I
Exactly.
think everybody in on this panel have, um, you know,
To contribute.
grown in themselves and their relationships and know what they want, so we can speak on it. So
Absolutely. 100%.
yeah.
And
All right, guys.
can
Thanks
I
for
say
coming
one
on.
thing,
Sure.
Franchella?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Um, Me and Lady S met years ago. I was her her first daughter's teacher,
Mhm.
Ashley. Her first baby, when she was a teen mom, and we've been friends like ever since. So
Yep.
we go way back. We even did some stage plays together. I have to send y'all the clip, but that's my girl right there, Lady S. We go way
Yes,
back.
it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I
I
love it.
appreciate you, Bird. Love
Yes,
you.
yes, yes. I almost said the real name a couple of
I
times. I had to
know.
pinch myself. I know.
He had to think about that thing. He had to think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, it's all good. It's all good. All right,
Well,
guys. Thanks
thanks,
again for being here.
everybody.
All right.
All
Continue to
right.
do
Thank
great
you.
things. God
Good
bless.
night. All
Good
Have
night.
a
right.
good one.
All right, y'all.
Thank you to Glenn Jones. Thank you to our amazing guests. Thank you to Shakira. Thank you, Birdman. Thank you, Franchella. Thank you to
Yes.
our chimers. We see y'all comments, and so thank y'all for engaging with us tonight. I hope
Yes.
y'all had an awesome experience, and we've all learned something new. Thank you for giving your feedback. We appreciate every one of you.
Yes, absolutely. Share, share, share.
Share.
We'll be back on every second Tuesday of the month. We'll be bringing you some more dynamic conversations, guests. Thank you to Birdman who has joined our team. We love he be so excited. As soon as we get off, he probably have a guest like, oh, I got this person. Oh, I got this.
Look, he already said something about August.
Yeah,
Right, right.
listen now,
Already.
I appreciate it. And what people don't know is me and Francello work together on Evolve Radio, so we're not a stranger to each other.
Right.
So it's like how God works. I'm honored that she reached out to me. So I'm bringing my ABCD game here because I'm really enjoying the Real Recognized Real radio
Oh,
show.
that's right.
Absolutely.
Thank
Will
you.
we
We
keep it
appreciate
100
everyone.
at all times? You don't have anything, Lynette, going on that you need to tell everybody about?
I do not. My film wrapped, so woo-hoo, stay tuned for what are you doing with your life.
That's right. That's that part. So
That
once
part.
again, guys, thank you for tuning into the Real Recognized Real Talk Radio Show. We out.
Yes.
Deuces.